welcome back to Z Code System. This week, we're going to talk about the NFL and NFL Week 13, which is coming up this weekend. And in America, it is Thanksgiving weekend. So, a lot of festive things going on there in the United States, and a lot of eyes on the NFL for this weekend with a few big matchups coming up in the NFL as the playoffs loom large coming up in December and January. So, we're going to take a look at two games this week, and I'm going to turn your attention over to our blog as well because we've got some exciting things going on there with our latest NFL picks blog. And as you can see right in front of you, that is zcodesystem.com, and you can see the latest post there looking at the NBA picks for November 29th, and the Mavericks and the Suns are headlining that night, and you can read all about that if NBA betting is your thing. And if you scroll down, you can also see my latest blog there, the NFL Week 13 picks, and the playoffs are in sight. So today we're going to take a look at the we're going to take a look at the Seattle Seahawks game coming up this weekend, as well as the Kansas City Chiefs in action against the Oakland Raiders. Now, last week we picked all three games correctly. The Patriots, the Niners, and the Saints all getting big wins. So if you had a parlay with those three teams winning, then hopefully you won big. You can also check out some of our other blogs, such as the tips and strategies for live in-play betting, which is a tool that a lot of bettors use to make big profits. And speaking of live betting, let me just scroll down and turn your attention to the Z Live app that has just been released, and you can check out that blog here. So Z Live has been released, and this is a great bot that will help you with live sports betting, the in-play betting that we love so much, and to help you predict highly profitable bets on soccer, ice hockey, and baseball when the baseball season gets started again next spring. So you can go over to the VIP club, you can sign up there and find it on the VIP, and you can get push notifications to your mobile phone and make those winning bets in play live as the games unfold. And in play betting is a fantastic thing. And you can check out that blog that I referred to earlier. This one here about the tips and strategies and why in play betting is such a popular feature for most major sports books. So, guys, that's all for that this week. Now, let me talk to you about the two games that I've identified for NFL Week 13. All right, so we've got the Oakland Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. Now, this is going to be the last time the Chiefs and the Raiders meet with the Oakland Raiders, that is, the incarnation of the Raiders. They will be moving to Las Vegas next season for 2020. And so that will put to bed a long rivalry between the two cities in the AFC West. The Raiders going in following a loss to the New York Jets, a crushing loss that it was. Bring up that score right there. 34-3, the Jets, a 31-point winner. Unbelievable on that one. The Raiders are still in the hunt for the playoffs, though, so there is still hope for the Oakland version of the Raiders, but the Chiefs will hope to put a stop to them there as they play in the AFC West. The Chiefs coming in off of a victory. As you can see there, they beat the Chargers last week, AFC West rivals. The Chiefs, though, were on the road for that game, and one of the things that you can see other than that Minnesota Vikings game on November 3rd is that the Chiefs have struggled a bit at home this season. I believe off the top of my head they are 3-2 at Arrowhead Stadium, and there's long been a narrative that Arrowhead Stadium is a very difficult place for teams to go into and to win at, and that is not really the case this season. But the Chiefs are playing the Raiders. The Chiefs already picked up a win against the Raiders this season. Let's scroll down and take a look at the head-to-head right here. And as you can see, the Chiefs went out to Oakland in September to pick up a 28-10 victory. And the Chiefs have won, that is, 4 straight games, including 2 straight home games against the Raiders. And I think that the Chiefs are going to make it a 5th straight game against the Raiders in which they win. The Chiefs are playing well with Mahomes under center, The Raiders, just one of those inconsistent NFL teams. Yes, they did win 3 straight games at one point, but that loss to the Jets last week, that was just very damning for the Raiders. So I'm going Chiefs on this game. I think the Chiefs will solidify themselves as the AFC West representative for the playoffs and get there into the playoffs as a wild card. And just as you can see right there, guys, the Z-Bot, the Z Live Bot, that is right there. So you can click on that if you are at the VIP wall, and check those out for those games. I mentioned that earlier in the video. So let's take a look at one more game this week, and that game is going to be between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. What a game this is going to be! This is a Monday Night Football game, if I remember that off the top of my head. And both teams burning hot as we go in here. Seahawks 4 straight wins, Vikings 2 straight wins. The number 5 offense in the NFL. Seahawks, big winners last week against the Eagles. Beat the 49ers by 3 the week before. Beat the Bucks. Everybody's beating the Bucks. And beat the Falcons before they went on a little bit of a run. So playing some excellent football right now. The number 8 offense there in Minnesota. And the number 15 defense. So this is going to be a very close game between these two. I like that score line up there, the Z-Code prediction, 25-21, going to be very close there in Seattle. And as you can see, the Vikings defeated the Broncos by 3 last week, and then the Cowboys by 4 the week before. So, again, very close game. Not a lot separating these two teams. Russell Wilson, I believe, last checked, he's second right now in the running for the NFL MVP award. Jamal Jackson, I believe, is the front runner right now this week, going in with the odds. I like Seattle in this game. I think playing at home is going to give them the slight edge over the Vikings and to give them the win. Let's look at the head-to-head just to look at a little bit more, and that was in preseason right there with the Vikings winning at home. As you can see there, the trend of the home team winning the last 4 games, and I know some of these did come in preseason, but if we go back here to December of last year, 2018 season, Seahawks winning at home. We go back to August 2017, Seahawks winning at home. So that trend of the home teams winning, I think, is going to continue this week with the Seahawks picking up a big win as they try to get nearer to the San Francisco 49ers. And if I remember correctly from the NFL playoff predictions right now, as it stands, the Seahawks are in the playoffs right now as a wild card behind the Niners. Now, one of the things, guys, that I'm going to encourage you to go and do is to check out the blog. Let's go back to that real quickly. So the NFL Week 13's blogs here on the zcodesystem.com website, I encourage you to go back to that, because this week, not only have I put the picks for those 2 games in, and you can get a lot more information about those games by reading the blog, but I've also put in a playoff simulation. And I've done 3 different simulations changing the upset level for the playoffs. So using the teams going into NFL Week 13 in the playoff places, you can go over there, you can check out what the simulation has given us of who is going to win the Super Bowl. So I encourage you to go and do that. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip. It's not going to be the Pats, the New England Patriots, in any of those simulations. So go over there, check that out, and let us know what you think with the comments here on our YouTube page. We encourage you to give us some feedback and let us know what you want to see, perhaps games you want to see next week, NFL Week 14, and also let us know how your picks and predictions are doing with your NFL wagering. So, guys, good luck this week for NFL Week 13. Enjoy the blog, enjoy Thanksgiving if you're in the United States, and enjoy the NFL. We'll see you next week, guys. Good luck.